So I'm Sergeant Eddie Young with the Missouri State Highway Patrol. I'm currently the Public Information Officer for Troop G. And originally, I just got into law enforcement simply because I knew it would be a job where I wasn't doing the same thing every day, and that has definitely turned out to be very true. But also just to be able to help someone in a time of need, put me in the right place at the right time. I know that often that is something that a normal citizen may or may not have in their life. But I knew as a trooper, I'd be able to hopefully be able to help somebody when they needed that help, and ultimately be the one of the highest trained and able to do so. I started looking at agencies from a young age um, of who provides the highest quality of training, and it was always the federal or state level. And I wasn't really excited to leave the state of Missouri and venture off to the east or west coast, even at a young age. And so the Missouri State Highway Patrol absolutely fit the bill for that, and I don't regret it. So this is working on coming up on like 22 years of service. It flies by in a blink of an eye. And it's definitely been something different every day. Get in the car, you never know what you're going to get. That can be kind of stressful at times, but ultimately, at the end of your shift, a lot of times you get to go home and it's rewarding because you know you made a change for somebody.
Now, you said you left the area for a good little while. Where do you patrol now, though, and where did you grow up?
So I grew up in Oregon County in the big town of Alton, and once I joined the patrol, I was stationed in Jackson County, which was Kansas City. I always joke and say there's not really much of a difference between Jackson County, Kansas City, and Alton. So I fit right in. But ultimately, I spent 3.5 years up there, and I learned a lot at a rapid rate. And I was blessed with good fortune to be able to come back down here and serve the citizens of Howe County and Oregon County. And then later on, I got to become a supervisor and help those that were in the northern Howe County and Shannon County area. And like I said, now I'm blessed with the opportunity to be the public information officer, which in those duties is to be able to come and do programs, safety programs, and really help make a change before a problem occurs, which is really good because a lot of times a trooper shows up whenever someone's kind of failed the life lessons. They get the hard lessons of life. And I hope to go out and be able to talk through those and maybe just change a behavior or habit or inform them of something they maybe didn't know of, and can ultimately make a positive change and keep them out of a hot seat or in a dangerous situation as they continue to live in this great state.
Now, as a communications officer, what would be something that you would suggest to people, or some kind of advice you can give individuals if they're looking for ways to communicate with law enforcement better?
Yeah, when you come in contact with law enforcement, it's a lot of times it's not a pleasurable experience. It's not something that you set out for. Whether you're in an emergency and needing help on the side of the road, that's going to be hectic, or you're just traveling down the road. Maybe you forgot to do something and you see the red and blue lights come on in the back, and that's a stressful situation. But just reaching out and communicating. If you want to communicate with law enforcement, well, I'm that avenue, right? You can, of course, contact the Highway Patrol at any time. And then ultimately, if you have any questions regarding safety or concerns, I'm the guy. You can call me and I'll try to help be that liaison between bridge between maybe where you need to get to. And then we can see if we can have assets or be able to help you to do that. But ultimately, uh, sometimes communication is hard to foster between law enforcement and the citizens, and that's why public information officers are beneficial. They help kind of make that bridge and link that between the community and those who we serve.
So, if there's one piece of information you would want to make sure that the public gets, what would it be?
The most dangerous activity that the public does unknowingly every day is set out on our roadways. We have a little thin line that separates you between everything you love and disaster. So when you go out, you need to set yourself up, hopefully for success. Make sure you wear your seatbelt. I can't state enough that seatbelts save lives. Make sure you wear your seatbelt, slow down, don't drive distracted, and hopefully you reach your destination over and over and over without danger. That's our goal.